And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, welcome to the show. Lots of positive things happening in Florida real estate. Lots of good stuff happening here around the Consumer Quarterback Show. And all of our expert contributors, 80 different categories of consumer advocates that come to bat every day to help you win as a consumer, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. You know, I hear all these different stories about commission-based advice. I heard a friend recently, the doctor says, we got to rush you in for surgery. He ends up getting a second opinion. Nope, you actually don't need a surgery. What you need is this test. And, you know, I hear these stories all the time, and that's why we started this show, to be a consumer advocate, help you sort through a lot of the commission-based advice, the commission breath, and avoid commission-based advice, all those different things that you see out there in the business world. And a lot of times, look, let's face it, we weren't taught this in school. We don't fully understand whether it's investments or insurances or all these different areas of business and finance and real estate. So that's why we started this show. We got Russell Peach joining us here. He is the owner of Peach Painting, back in studio. He's also a public speaker, going out there and educating other business owners. Russell, give us a little teaser of what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brandon.
My pleasure.
Love being on here and chatting with you. Yeah, a little teaser, just mostly going to be talking about how to find the right contractors. What do we do on the back end process to make sure that all of our representatives, whether project managers or a sales representative, is doing what they need to do to give the client or any prospect all the information they need, whether it's to hire us or to hire any other contractor in general. Systems that we do on the background to set our clients up for success. And yeah, whatever else you got on the agenda.
Yeah, like that, you know, and I just want to talk about the positivity that I'm seeing in the real estate market. There's so many positives on housing right now. Rates are dropping. You got the possibility of ending property taxes for primary residences in the state of Florida. Tax-free access now to 401ks. That's going to help people with down payments. So that's a new push by the Trump administration. Higher tax refunds. A lot of people are seeing their tax refunds coming back, and they're saying, wow, this no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security really helping me. Ending institutional investors. So in other words, these big hedge funds buying up single-family homes, competing with veterans and first-time buyers. That's going to open up a lot of inventory, a lot of opportunity. You know, it's kind of sad to say here in America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, home of the American dream, that, you know, the first-time buyer now, the average age is 40 years old, which is not a great start. You know, You got to get started earlier. Start building that wealth. Every month you're paying your mortgage payment. You're paying down that principal. You're building up equity as thousands of people move to Florida each and every week. So we're seeing that trend still. And then interest rates are dropping. We've been speaking with our mortgage partners, and you know, you can get somewhere in the 5.5 range, 5.25, depending on the loan program and down payment and credit score. So a lot of positivity here in the Florida space, in Tampa Bay, and of course in Florida in general. So we're going to talk with Russell Peach on that here coming up on the show. We also have a feel-good story of the day. We got high school students repair cars and then gift them to single moms. So really cool story here about a kind of a shop class, you know, kind of going along with the trades like we talk about a lot here on the show, getting back to the basics in a lot of situations. All right, a couple of hot listings from the Platinum MVP team. Keller Williams Realty, always helping you win in your real estate deals, buying, selling, investing. 2488 Del Rio Way, Dunedin, Florida. Beautiful listing here in Dunedin. Absolutely love this home. It's a gorgeous property. You've got a 3-2 with a one-car garage, 1,407 square feet, just under quarter-acre lot. This property has been remodeled to perfection. Inside and out, impact-rated windows, contemporary design elements, lighting, tasteful tropical landscaping, all-new kitchen with quartz countertop, shakers, cabinetry, white shaker cabinetry, stainless steel appliances. You got a deep farm sink there as well, breakfast bar and nook, bathrooms updated as well, spacious backyard, fully fenced, and inviting patio area there, a stone's throw away from Dunedin Causeway, Pinellas Trail, Honeymoon Island, and more. Short bike ride away as well to the quiet yet vibrant downtown Dunedin area. 2488 Del Rio Way in Dunedin, Florida. A great opportunity to buy real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. New listing as well in Why Mama. We've got 10248 Carlo Way Hills Drive. This is in Wimauma, Florida, Hillsborough County. This one's a 322 with a 2-car garage there, 1,451 square feet. And you have a design floor plan that allows kitchen, dining, and living areas to connect effortlessly. The kitchen's equipped with warm cabinetry, sleek black appliances, a convenient breakfast bar and island, fully fenced backyard as well. Primary bedroom serves as a private retreat. Easy access to an impressive lineup of resort-style amenities, including a sparkling swimming pool, modern clubhouse with fitness center, basketball court, and many others. And great opportunity close to Big Bend Road, Highway 301 and I-75. Move-in ready, 10248 Carlo Way Hills Drive, Wimauma, Florida. And you can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see our radio and TV show expert contributors at consumerqb.com.
Yeah, I'm racing my class to those saving our ass overseas.
That's right. Yep. Shout out to our veterans, our troops, first responders, and teachers, nurses, seniors. You know, everybody out there working hard for a living to support their family and doing things the right way. And Russell Peach, welcome back in, man.
Yeah. Thanks
yes,
again.
sir.
Thanks again.
So you've been on the road a little bit, doing some teaching and speaking at some events.
Yeah, I had a couple of big events that I was speaking on, and just, of course, we always talk about it. A lot of it starts with networking and how you can build a network and collaborate with these other painting contractors, flooring contractors, or just people in business in general.
Yeah.
Then it turns to me trying to, people want me on stage, and I'll, put together PowerPoint presentations and walk through my story, what I'm doing differently to help us see the success that we're doing. But yeah, I've just left Arizona twice. Actually, I brought my entire team up to Arizona with me, and we had a big event at Andy Elliott's facility.
Cool.
He's a big mastermind, like a mindset trainer.
Yep.
And definitely huge for our internal culture. And definitely got a lot of people fired up and on the same trajectory and same vision that I have for the company. But just got back into town 2 weeks ago and still playing catch up.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, so much of real estate and business, and I'm sure in your business as well. It's mindset. It's about the strategies, but it's also just about your attitude. It's not a lot of times. It's 100%. Not so much. I think there's too much put on aptitude versus attitude.
Sure.
Right. So attitude's going to lead the way. That overall perspective. Are you smiling when you're meeting the client? All those things that just really, it's time tested truths. And I'm sure you're learning a lot of that and teaching that.
Everything begins and ends with the belief you have in yourself and just your mind. Once you master your mind, you master your life.
Yeah.
Everything comes afterwards. If you walk in, if you're looking for red cars down the road, and I ask you how many yellow cars were there, you're not going to be able to tell me how many yellow cars because you were looking for red cars.
Yep.
Same thing for positivity or negativity. If you're always just looking for the negativity, you'll never find that yellow car, quote unquote, which is positivity.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, dude. I love that. So Peach Painting, you are a business owner. You got your painting business. You have your flooring business as well.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your core business.
So the core business is painting, house painting, commercial painting. We do interior, exterior, cabinet painting. We do large commercial. We just finished up Brandon Exchange Mall down in Brandon. It's a huge exterior, the interior. We're doing a lot of, right now we're about to start on a 6-story mid-rise down in St. Pete area. So we do a lot of different multifamily structures, condo associations, apartments, but 95% of it is residential repaints. We're doing about 20 or 30 houses a week right now.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a lot of business.
Yeah.
A lot of
Keeps us
logistics.
busy for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of logistics. So it breaks down to systems and how do we set our team up for success? And that wraps into every little piece of the business. I've spent a lot of time, money, effort into our systems that we've built out. And it all starts with culture. So we want to have a top tier culture for our team and make them feel like that we actually want them to be the best that they can be and be our best coaches. Like we would be their best coaches. So it's set up for, let's say, a project consultant, which is AKA a sales consultant. We have a full training manual, probably 100-page training manual on different scripts or different items. And they're not per se scripts, but they're something to make sure that the homeowner or that we're portraying every piece of important information for a homeowner. Yeah. Because if we're missing out pieces here, we're missing out pieces there, now the homeowner is going to be left with questions or questions that are left unanswered because maybe the next contractor isn't running a professional presentation or a professional business.
Right.
And the last thing that you'd want is to be midway through a project and realize, man, I wish I asked them this question while we were in the presentation.
Right.
We've seen so many homeowners. We met with so many homeowners. We know what all of the problems are.
Right.
We know what all the typical questions are. So this is all a framework for our sales consultants to make sure we set the homeowner up for the most success possible, to make the best informed choice, whether it's our client, whether they're our client or whether they're going to be somebody else's client. At least we fueled them up with, here's the right questions, here's the right answers, or here's the right process to how it should go. And it goes into project management. Same thing on project management. We set them up with a full playbook on how to attack every job, from pre-project management to actually kick off, mid-project management, final walkthrough. That way we just have the most happy people as possible, and we're setting them up for success. They're able to be, flourish in our company.
Yeah. If you just joined us, we're talking with Russell Peach. He's the owner of Peach Painting here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and I'm your host, Brandon BRimes. And it sounds like you have the playbook, the blueprint, the checklist, and everything in place, because after you do a number of transactions, similar with Keller Williams, we have 180,000 agents worldwide. I think that number's come down a little bit as all markets shrink, as the economy's worse and the transaction number falls. So does the number of realtors. So I think the overall number of realtors is shrunk some. But you have a certain kind of like Tony Robbins says, success leaves clues, right? So you find out, hey, where did the other realtors go wrong? In my business, it's feedback. The communication, the feedback. They had open houses. We never even heard how they went, or we had showings. The realtor didn't even bother to tell me, what the feedback was from the showing. So can you imagine, as a homeowner, you're opening your home and then people come and look and they don't even tell you what they thought of the home.
Insane.
Super frustrating for people.
Insane. And it's all similar. So that's why I love just talking. We were talking about events, and when I'm speaking at events, it doesn't matter if I'm with realtors, if I'm with builders, if I'm with flooring contractors, because we have a flooring company too, painting contract, whatever kind of business is business at the end of the day. When you look at you have to learn the details of all the minute details of your industry specifics. But other than that, you have the right mindset. You know how to set people up for success, give them the best opportunity possible. You have to actually want the best for your internal team. When you want the best, you hire the best people, and guess what? They're going to give the best opportunity to any clients that decide to hire us.
That's right.
It's all a win all around. So whether any industry, you're going to see the same rhyme or reason within it all.
Right. So how do you go about selecting a contractor? A lot of times homeowners, they don't really understand, especially when it gets into the trades, selecting that contractor. So what would be your advice as how to select the best contractor?
Sure, absolutely. Great question. And I love this question a lot because I see it all the time when people unfortunately may pick the wrong guy, and then they have to call somebody like us to come clean up the mess. And first thing that I love is marketing and branding. So you see, for us, for example, we have a big brand. We have wraps all over our vehicles, all over town. One, if you're in a client's shoes, you should, in my opinion, if I was on the other side, I see it as, okay, this company cares enough to invest into themselves to be broadcasted like this. This company's not going to be the company that's going to steal my money, take a deposit and run, which a lot of contractors do.
Right.
If they're not going to, we're not perfect. Any larger establishment is not perfect. We still manage human beings. It's a funny saying that some of my coaches have said. The hardest part about running a business is the humans.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we have human aspect to it. So, a company like us, if you just see our cars, you can already perceive that, okay, a problem goes on, they're not going anywhere. This is a company that's going to be around for a long time. They'll fix my problems. Versus a guy that rolls up and gives you an estimate on the back of a business card in a plain white pickup truck or van. You don't know where this guy's going to go. You don't know if he runs a full team. So that's the first thing. The perception. See online reviews, see their websites and such. Make sure that they look like they're legitimate. Then when you actually meet with them, do they actually walk you through the full process of what's going to happen today? Hey, here's what I'm going to set the foundation of what we're going to go through today. Then once you do full discovery, do you sit down at the table and talk about your company? Do you talk about what's going to happen during the project, what the team is like? If you're not getting any of that, it's going to be really tough. I see it all the time where people are in and out of appointments for house painting in 15 minutes. And there's no way that somebody that's going to spend $10,000, even $2,000.
Yep.
How am I going to feel confident with you as the contractor if you're in and out of here? You don't care enough to give me your time.
Yeah.
So it should be, some of those things should be red flags, but those are just kind of touching the surface on things.
Yeah, exactly. No, I totally get it, because you're looking at making a big decision, and we've seen it happen, especially around hurricanes or big events. You have these contractors show up and they ask for a huge deposit.
Yep.
And then so boom, 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 that's a red flag. Ding, ding, ding.
Yep.
Hey, they're asking for a huge deposit up front.
Yep.
Will they even come back? And if their
Sure.
truck out front or their van's just a plain white van that
Yep.
maybe could be a rental for all you know,
Exactly.
and it doesn't have the beautiful peach painting like Russell Peach and his company, Russell. Russell is the owner of Peach Painting here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. So I want to talk just a general conversation when we come back about the importance of the trades. And Captain Will Smith with Will Smith Aviation just announced that he is gearing his foundation towards helping children and kids coming out of school get into the trades. So maybe a cool alignment there we can talk about a little bit off air. So a quick break, right back, more with Russell Peach, owner of Peach Painting on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also coming up, our feel-good story of the day. High school students repair cars and give them to single moms. So gifting the cars back to single moms as they help improve the cars. So quick break, right back.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on iTunes and Spotify, or check out our YouTube channel. Have a blessed day.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleaning, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast. Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. BRimes at kw.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rimes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rimes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back, Consumer Quarterback Show. Russell Peach in studio with us, Peach Painting and Peach Flooring contractor extraordinaire here on the program. Coming up, also Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, going to be joining us on the program as well. A quick shout out to Lee's Royal Services, the official cleaning partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, leesroyalservices.com. You can check them out online. Home and office cleaning, leesroyalservices.com. Does a great job cleaning our real estate properties on the interior of the property and on the exterior. We talked to our friend Ramin over at Heights Soft Wash, pressure washing company right here in Tampa Bay, taking clean to new heights. Pressure washing company in Tampa Bay, heightssoftwash.com. Make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. All right, a couple of hot listings. We'll jump right back into this conversation with Russell Peach, and wanted to get into the importance of the trades and talk about that as well here on the program. We've got a property at 103 Brigadoon Drive in Clearwater. We've got a motivated seller here on Brigadoon. This is a 3-3, 1536 square foot, updated 3-story residence with no rear neighbors. Low HOA fee on this property. You have a modern kitchen with granite countertops, wood cabinetry, and a window, new window as well. Laminate flooring, modern light fixtures throughout, water softener, and added to the attic for extra insulation there. You're also close to Clearwater Beach, only 8 miles away, and easy access to US 19 Gulf to Bay and McMullen Booth Road. 103 Brigadoon Drive, Clearwater, Florida. Great opportunity to buy real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. 369 West Winds Drive, Palm Harbor. This is a boaters community, so bring your boat. This is on a community that's on the Gulf. You have access to the Gulf by backing your boat down to the boat dock and going out. 369 West Winds Drive, Palm Harbor, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 14 square feet, just under a quarter-acre size lot there as well. Baywood Village, a boater-friendly community, renovated kitchen, bathrooms, stainless steel appliances, beautiful property right here in Tampa Bay. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com, and you can see our radio and TV show expert contributors at consumerqb.com.
This is God's country.
All right, Russell Peach, just generally speaking, you look at the importance of the trades, in this world of innovation and artificial intelligence and all these things happening. Man, it comes back to the basics a lot of times. They're going to need a lot of electricians to fuel those data centers that they're talking about planning, hopefully mostly on the East Coast. We don't really want those around here. But, just generally speaking, the trades are so important, man.
Yeah, they'll come here, I'm sure.
Yeah, at some point maybe.
Yeah, the trades, robots can only do so much. Even in, in any of our lifetimes, I don't think the robots are going to do nowhere near what they will do in the next 100 years.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I always consider Tampa as a mini Miami. Now, I'd say in 10, 15, 20 years from now, Tampa is going to look just like Miami. So with all the construction going up, people need places to live. People need places to run their business out of. There's going to always be trades that are going to be needed. Painters, drywall guys, flooring guys, framers, roofers, electricians, plumbers, etc. And these are all manual things. And it's a shame that it's dying so much. And people think that you can't really have a lifelong skill trait out of trades, or that you can't actually make real money. And that falling back on the trades is like a second option, or you're accepting less.
Right.
When it's kind of like the trucking business, where America runs on trucks, America's going to run on the trades. What are we going to do when your toilet backs up and your whole pipe needs to be snaked out? We're not, most people aren't going to be doing that.
Right.
What if there's no plumbers out there?
Yeah. Especially these days, a lot of my generation, or even kids born after me, they weren't quite skilled in these different areas.
Sure.
You think about maybe our father's generation, they had to learn a lot of different things because it was more kind of fix it yourself back then.
Yeah.
Especially our grandparents, they were, if you look at a farmer, they say a farmer is the most multifaceted. They got to learn how to do a lot of stuff. These people that run small businesses and farms. Russell Peach, how can people connect with you, man?
Yeah, Russell Peach on Facebook, Peach the Painter on Instagram. We are hiring sales reps and project managers right now. So earlier in the show, we talked about our training manuals and how we set people up for success.
Yeah.
We build champions within our company. We just want to give the best opportunity for our people internally. Therefore, we can give the best experience to any prospects or clients that we meet. We have Peach the Painter on Instagram, Peach Painting Tampa on Instagram is the company, or Russell Peach on Facebook.
All right, I love it. All right, Russell Peach, thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
coming up, Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, a.k.a. the Tin Man on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rimes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, Consumer Quarterback Show. Fred Muth coming up, longtime friend of the program, a.k.a. the Tin Man. Fred Muth joining us, Tampa Screens and Aluminum for all of your screened-in rooms. You know, your pool cages, lanai, patios. We'll talk with Tampa Screens and Aluminum representative coming up here in just a moment, and coming off of another great week, great month, very optimistic for the new year. A lot of positive things happening around here, around the quarterback show and the economy. I just feel like the economy is getting ready to explode. So many positive things happening. We got a feel-good story of the day also coming up. High school students repair and gift cars to single moms. Really cool program. I love that. Talk a lot about the trades today on the program, the trades and the importance of understanding those businesses and having those businesses around in this world of automation and AI and Bitcoins and all that kind of thing. It's a great time to, kind of refocus on the basics here as well. All right, a couple of hot listings. We'll jump right into it here. We got 6374 Boatyard Drive in Hudson, Florida. This is a great opportunity for a vacant land parcel. You can build your dream home right here on this residential lot. It's 0.37 acres of land on the waterfront. One of the largest waterfront building lots in the area. And you are at the end here. You are at the end here. Next door neighbor on one side would literally be the Gulf of America. This is Hudson Beach, just a short golf cart ride away. Offers direct fishing, kayaking, miles of preserved natural beauty, home to diverse marine and wildlife, boaters, paradise right here. Double waterfront lot, 6374 Boatyard Drive, Hudson, Florida. Vacant land available for sale. You have brand new seawall as well, 176 feet, a brand new concrete seawall, boat ramp that was recently redone, and nestled in a quiet boating community, golf cart friendly community. 6374 Boatyard Drive, Hudson, Florida. A great opportunity to buy real estate right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Let's look at our other listing at 12941 Wildflower Meadow Drive in Riverview, Florida. This one is another beautiful home. This is a large home, 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, 2949 square feet. Triple Creek is a vibrant Riverview community, 990 acres of planned development. Triple Creek Nature Preserve is 1,200 acre preserve, owned by a former chef. So the stylish kitchen has stainless steel appliances, sleek granite countertops, plenty of space to entertain guests. Hurricane shutters are included. And you have resort-style amenities, including sparkling swimming pools, fitness centers, playgrounds, walking trails, and more at 12941 Wildflower Meadow Drive, Riverview, Florida. You can see all of our awesome listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see our radio and TV show expert contributors and subscribe to our YouTube channel at consumerqb.com.
Only in America, dreaming in red, white, and blue.
All right, Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't make it in today. I had a couple jobs to run out and measure. Just got back to my home office here, and it's all positive. We're still, as slow as things are, we're still rocking and rolling. The majority of the business that we get coming in is referral repeat, and that says a lot about a company. Tampa Screens has been around since 1989, and when I say they do a good job, that's not just because I'm on the radio here. I wouldn't work with them if they didn't do good work, and they care. They care about what goes on. If there's an issue, a problem, they resolve it. And I always comment about the girl in the office, Diana. She puts out every fire that I create quickly.
Yeah. Hey, that's great, man. You got to have every good salesperson. You and I are kind of cut from the same cloth there as salesmen, and we're out in the field a lot of times. You got to have a great team behind you, and I can definitely sympathize with you on that one, man. You got to have a great team. helping process the files, making sure all the T's are crossed, I's are dotted, and making us look good out in the field a lot of times, right?
Sure. There's a lot more that goes into any type of construction project, more so than just measure, design and send it out the door for installation. By the time it goes out the door, there's a lot of work that has been involved with that job.
Right.
And, you and I know it. The homeowners don't typically know it, and that's okay. But we do explain that going into it because there's a time delay from the time you sign it up until the time that you install it, and a lot of it has to do with engineering and permitting, that kind of thing. Permits go fairly good. You get the city of Tampa, for example. The first thing you got to do is a tree survey. They're the only municipality that asks for a tree survey. So we provide the tree survey. We have to mark every tree and what it is on the lot and where it is. And then, of course, there's a percolation variable that enters the equation where we have to have the correct amount of percolation still on the site after we pour the concrete and build the room. And, some of these lots are really irregular shaped, and there's a lot of different kind. There's a concrete patio there, and then there's a walkway, and, and there's a lot of calculations that go into that. But the homeowners, they don't realize this going into it. I had a lady call me 2 weeks ago. I have to have a pool cage as soon as possible. I said, okay, well, you're South Tampa. Let me just explain a couple things. By the time I got done explaining, she said to me, I don't know if I want to go through all that. And it's not like I want to talk her out of the sale. I just want her to know what's involved in the city of Tampa going into the project. That way they know it up front. She called back and she said, yeah, I spoke to my husband about it. Yes, we want to proceed with this. And I don't know if I can deal with it. I said, you don't have to deal with it. Well, let us deal with it. That's what we do. We get the job in play, and if we're going to rock and roll with the city of Tampa, let us rock and roll with the city of Tampa. We're good at it. We know how to do it, and we're beginning to like it.
Yeah, that's super awesome. Fred Muth on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Tampa Screens and Aluminum. And, Fred, what do you see in 2026? There's a lot of talk about the tariffs. There's a lot of talk about, especially recently now with Canada coming off of Carney's remarks, and of course Trump kind of spatting with him, kind of jokingly saying he's they're the 51st state that is, and governor, calling him governor. But hopefully there's not a full blown tariff war. But look at if you look at imports and for your business, metal and aluminum. What do you see there? What do you see happening there? And then I want to talk about, the permitting process as well a little bit more.
Okay, well, we haven't been hit significantly by, upcharges because of tariffs. And I would make this statement about Donald Trump because I'm from the Northeast. I remember when the guy was building buildings in New York and he was putting Atlantic City back on the map, and I knew guys that worked with him. And, I sort of it was involved with close proximity, but I never met the guy or had dealings with him. But I know people that did and how they worked with the guy. And he's the same as he was then. If he wants 2, he's going to ask for 9. He's going to demand 9. Then they'll negotiate him down to 7. Yep. Then somebody will come in at 5 or 6, and they settle at 3. And he got way above the 2. Yeah. This is the way he operates. And so I don't think that the tariff situation is going to be as harsh as people think. I believe when he throws these numbers out there, these 80, 100% tariffs, 50%, 60%, I think they're numbers that are basically the numbers that he wants to put out there initially so that the negotiations start so it gets down to where he wants it. And you're never going to know where he wants it until it hits.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's, there's so many positives going on if you look at the economy, just from initiatives like capping credit cards at 10%, allowing for relief for people that are in that kind of debt. Because let's face it, the Biden economy was terrible. A lot of people were struck with all types of consumer debt that they had to charge on their credit cards. So 10% cap there. You've got Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae injecting $200 billion into the bond market. That's already seen. We've seen that. I'm a licensed mortgage loan originator, and we've already seen the mortgage rates drop. So that's going to help fuel housing. You have tax-free access to 401ks. That's a big opportunity now because normally if you take money out before 59 and a half years old, I believe is what it was, you would get taxed on those dollars. So now you're able to take that money. You have tax refunds coming in at much higher than a lot of people have expected due to the no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security. Ending institutional investors. That's a huge win for the first-time buyers, the veteran buyers, people looking to buy single-family homes. Insurance rates are dropping. We talked about this story as well recently. Floridians are experiencing about 8.7% drop, an average reduction of 8.7% over 330,000 policyholders across all 67 counties in the state of Florida. Now, that's mostly the citizens, but also Progressive had $1 billion back as well gave $1 billion back to their policyholders. So things are improving here in the state of Florida and across the nation, Fred.
Well, don't forget about energy. Energy has come down significantly, and everything that you just mentioned.
Gas prices.
I was going to try to chime in there, but when I was going to chime in, you covered everything I was going to say. So I'm with you 100%. And of course, there are doom and gloomers out there that all they focus on is the negative side of everything. And I hear a lot of that. And, you can't have everything perfect. There's always a price to pay to get what you want. And, doom and gloomers, some of them, they don't understand that. So there's growing pains. There's progress pains. Nothing comes easy, but you got to work at it. And, I'm trying to word this correctly. Everybody needs to be somewhat patient to realize that the mess that was there isn't going to get resolved in 4 or 5 months. That the mess that was there was a mess. Yeah. And I don't want to become too political on the show, but when the mess was there. And I experienced some of the mess. I kept saying, "What a mess!" and now it's a matter of straightening up the mess. And I see it happening. So that's as much politics as I want to get into. I could talk all day about. I'll talk to you about politics at the next event. But
the next event coming up. By the way, it's on the 19th, February 19th, back at Crown and Bowl. We're going to be back over there again. We got to get an updated flyer for that. Also we have a feel-good story of the day coming up as well. High school students repair cars and give them to singles moms. Pretty cool story coming up here as well. But we're also talking with Fred Muth, TampaScreens.com. You can find him online, Facebook.com as well, Tampa Screens. And what else is impacting your industry? Gas prices have come down. It seems like that's helping transportation cost, labor markets, permitting. What else are you seeing out there, Fred?
Well, the construction industry is basically slow right now. And it usually is between Christmas and we'll say the second or third week in February. It's always been slow. But it's a little slower this year. I think in our industry, for example, screen enclosure business, we ride the coattails of your industry, of real estate. And real estate has slowed down to the point where prices are becoming more normal. So the fact that homes are not selling as fast as they were means that our business does not excel as quick as it did in the past when the homes were selling. But we're still good with it. We're to the point where we can come up for air from time to time. We're not chasing leads all over the place just to satisfy that. We're doing good. Our guys, every one of our guys, are still working. And we don't have to put guys, lay them off or put people on hold, et cetera. We've got our guys. We've got enough work to keep people working. But I can get a job done a little faster right now than I could, say, a year ago.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I want to take a quick shout out as well to Patriot Mobile, patriotmobile.com. And we have our QR code for the Consumer Quarterback Show, or URL that is, patriotmobile.com/consumerqb. It's America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. If you're thinking about realigning your allegiances there in your cell phone, go to patriotmobile.com/consumerqb. Patriot Mobile, mobilizing freedom, America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. Longtime friends of the show. Also, shout out to our communications friends at Satellite Phone Store. We have our URL there as well, sat123.com/REQB, like real estate quarterback. Sat123.com/REQB for real estate quarterback. Get a sat phone. They also have a divvy stick as well. It's kind of like your old school BlackBerry, Blueberry, BlackBerry deal where you can have pre-programmed messages if you're going out on a boat. By the way, I saw that movie a couple weeks ago where the US football player was on the boat, the Buccaneer football player, and they got out there in the middle of a storm, man, and it ended up turning pretty bad, pretty ugly, pretty quickly there. But that's a great movie out right now. You can check that out. Not Without Hope, I think is the name of that movie. But let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk more with Fred Muth, Tampa Screens Aluminum, here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, our feel-good story of the day. I love this story about high school students that repair cars and then gift them to single moms. You're really making a difference and a change in the world. Feel-good story coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Tired of long lines at the airport? Check out Tampa Bay's premier private jet source. I'm Brandon Rimes for Will Smith Aviation, aircraft management, acquisition, and sales, luxury jet escapes, and packages. Check them out online, willsmithaviation.com. That's willsmithaviation.com, or call the show. I'll put you right in touch directly with Captain Will Smith. AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com for all of your non-woke, American-made products. American values, Christian, conservative American values. Say hello to my business partner, Jim McCune at AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Say hello to Shane Socash, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, 4009 Central Avenue, St. Petersburg. Online at David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com for all of your precious metals and jewelry design. David Reynolds Jewelry and Coin.com. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for Jason Coble, owner of Coble Law. Coble Law has been handling injury cases in Tampa for the past 14 years and has a specialized approach focused on limiting client cost and maximizing client profit. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. TampaWorkCompLaw.com. Jason Coble, longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, personal injury law, and work comp law. Hey, Brandon Rimes here for our friends at TargetSurveying.net. For all of your surveying needs, land surveying firm providing services for real estate since 1992, and they are statewide. Check them out online, TargetSurveying.net. That's TargetSurveying.net. Selling commercial, vacant land, or residential properties? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rimes. You can reach me at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. That's consumerqb, like quarterback.com. Buying, selling, investing, or refinancing? We would love to talk to you. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, Consumer Quarterback Show coming up. Our feel-good story of the day. Always telling you something positive here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're talking with Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, a longtime friend of the Consumer Quarterback Show, for all of your screens, your screened-in rooms, your pool cages, lanai, porch, patios. It goes by a lot of names. We call it the in-between space, too. A lot of times it's that in-between the HVAC, the air-conditioned space, and the outdoors, kind of that in-between space there. Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Fred Muth coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Got a couple of hot listings here. I got some vacant land, South Taylor Road in Seffner. This one is a prime opportunity to build 2.4 acres, allows for up to 6 units per acre. So you could build some duplexes out here. It's zoned RDC6. High and dry and flood zone X, requires no flood insurance. Modern convenience with the tranquility of country living. Prime vacant land in one of Hillsborough's fastest growing communities. South Taylor Road in Seffner, Florida, close to I-4 and I-75. We've got a lot of vacant land listings as well, about a dozen or so vacant land listings, commercial properties. We also have a bar for sale, 5402 West US Highway 92 in Plant City. We've got the Finish Line Saloon for sale out in Plant City. This is a cash cow. The owner tells me she's got a lot of cash income coming in here. 16 square feet, third of an acre lot, turnkey bar. Got the coveted COP licensing for the liquor license. 16 taps, ice machines, 4 flat screen TVs, on-site ATM, jukebox, pool tables are part of the leased assets, and website available as well. Of course, 5402 West US Highway 92, Plant City, the Finish Line Saloon, one of our commercial listings for sale right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. You can see all of our listings online at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And you can see our radio and TV show experts at consumerqb.com.
He ain't prejudice, he's just made in America. Tell me something good.
All right, feel good story of the day. Automotive students at Louisa County High School in Virginia refurbished donated cars and give them to single mothers in need through a long-running program partnered with the nonprofit Giving Words. Several times a year, students repair the vehicles as part of their coursework, learning real-world skills, while making a meaningful difference in the community. Since the program began, more than 60 cars have been donated, helping families gain reliable transportation and new opportunities. For both the students and the recipients, the effort shows how hands-on learning and community kindness can change lives. And there you have it, our feel-good story of the day. And Fred Muth, you're a car guy also, aren't you?
Oh, man, I'm a car guy. I thought I would grow up someday and not even be interested. It gets worse. It gets worse. As a matter of fact, I recently went out to the Kissimmee Mecum auction out there in Kissimmee, Florida, high-ticket car. A friend of mine came down from Chicago. He bought a 77 Oldsmobile 442 convertible, and 72, and beautiful car. I mean, he came down for this car, and he's my age, and he's got the same issues that I have. Can't grow up.
I got a neighbor that has a bunch of nice Vets and some really cool classic cars.
I was in his garage.
Did you see that one? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got some stuff over there. Ooh, I could go over there and hang out for weeks at a time.
Yeah, man.
A lot of good stuff over there.
And you think about an investment, those things, they go up in value pretty consistently, don't they?
Oh, they do. I have a 67 Camaro Super Sport convertible. I have less than $30,000 in the car, and it is 100%. And, I bought the car in 1981. The car right now, the low value is 60, and the high value would be about 75, maybe 80 on the car.
Nice.
So all you do is you sit on it. But I mean, I'm not sitting on it like I would an investment. I enjoy the cars. I show them, take them to a lot of show. I have a Z28 as well.
Yeah.
And I just have a lot of fun taking them to the shows. And there's a lot of guys like me, and we just hang out. We have a blast. Next thing you know, the day's over, and the day went so fast because you're having so much fun.
Yeah, and there's also these autonomous cars coming to Tampa. These companies that are going to have driverless cars in Tampa. It's kind of interesting. Waymo is introducing its autonomous ride-hailing service in Tampa, beginning in mapping, and they're testing it all out right now. But pretty crazy world we live in right now, isn't it?
I would say so. Yeah, hard to understand how you can enjoy a car that drives itself.
Yeah.
It's hard to understand. Ooh, yeah, I'm learning.
There you go. Yeah, hey, a car better than an aircraft, because I think they're doing aircraft that way too, but I don't know about that one. But Fred Muth.
Well, what's Will Smith have to say about that?
Yeah, we didn't get into that on yesterday's show, but we got into a lot of other good stuff. But all right, reach out to Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum, tampascreens.com. You can find all of our experts at consumerqb.com. You can submit an email there. You can give us a call directly from that website. You'll have the information there as well. Fred Muth, thanks for calling in the show, man.
Likewise. I'll talk to you soon.
All righty. Sounds great. We had Russell Peach on the front end as well. Peach Painting, Peach Flooring, and Fred Muth, Tampa Screens and Aluminum. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.